Hello everyone and welcome to Global Outlook. I'm Mary Sitt. Most employers try to hire the smartest guy in the room, but how do you figure out if someone is emotionally intelligent? And how does emotional intelligence affect the workplace and the bottom line? Here to tell us more is John Wynn, who holds more than 25 years of experience as an entrepreneur, author, and corporate trainer for Royal Dutch Shell. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Mary. Glad to be here.
John, what exactly is emotional intelligence?
So it can be very complicated, but in very short, it's really about knowing yourself, knowing others, managing the relationship, and influencing those relationships.
So just because you are really smart or you have a 4.0 GPA, lots of degrees after your name, doesn't necessarily mean you're emotionally intelligent.
That is correct, because EQ is different from IQ. IQ is your intelligence.
Okay.
You can be the smartest person, the most gifted person, for example, a scientist, okay? But if that scientist can't work with people, they can't manage their stress, they can't, don't understand how to communicate their emotions, it's totally different. So by having a strong IQ doesn't mean you have a strong EQ.
You do leadership training. Do you think most leaders in corporate America are emotionally intelligent or not?
So that's
a trick question.
I can say that the higher you are in the corporate ladder, the more EQ is required to be successful, both for yourself and also for the company. Because the higher you climb up to the corporate ladder, the more people you have to work with.
Okay.
And the more people you need to work with requires more emotional intelligence.
So what does emotional intelligence look like? If somebody has a very high emotional intelligence quotient, I guess EQ, how would that person be acting?
So that person would look similar to a person that have high self-regard for the person, not arrogant, just high self-regard, which means self-confident, very assertive, but not aggressive.
Okay.
A person that know how to manage stress, have good stress tolerance to manage those stress. Yes.
And can those skills be taught?
So, and the question is yes, because EQ or emotional quotient is really about behaviors.
Okay.
And if you know where your gaps are, you can really focus on those behaviors and work on those behaviors to have a higher EQ number. And EQ is emotional quotient number.
Okay, so if you had to give us, the average person who has a job, 9 to 5, how can anyone become more emotionally intelligent, no matter where you are on that level at this point? You can always improve, right?
Yes, you can always improve.
What are some things that we can do to become more emotionally intelligent at the workplace?
Yeah, so one of the major things you can do is stress management, because we get angry.
Right.
We get angry at incompetent people that we work with, or we get angry with a nasty email that was sent to us. And so one of the things most people do is just reply really quickly, emotionally hijacked, high strong on emotions, and then you want to say something that you really want to say, that you shouldn't politically say.
But it makes you feel so good.
But it makes you feel so good.
Temporarily.
Temporarily. And the thing is that when we get emotionally hijacked that way, when we do get emotionally hijacked, we don't think of the consequences and how it impacts the other person.
So is it pause, breathe, count to 10?
Yes, it is. That is one of the techniques that one should be able to manage their emotion, especially in high emotional state. Is yes, pause, step away, breathe, sleep on that email. Definitely sleep on email. I mean, give it a couple of days. Give it to somebody to read it, proofread it. Does it really blame somebody, or is it providing a fact?
And do you have metrics that show that if you raise the emotional intelligence in a workplace, it actually contributes to the bottom line?
Yes. Over the last decade, over 10,000 dissertations have been written on emotional intelligence. And a case study was written.
And you wrote a book too.
I wrote a book too, yes.
Yes, that's great. The name of it is called Discover Your Inner Strength.
Discover Your Inner Strength.
And you wrote along with some very famous authors.
Yes, Kim Blanchard and Brian Tracy and Stephen Covey.
Congratulations. And you talk about this topic in your book?
And I talked about my journey to the U.S. And also how setting goals and finding your personal inner strength really overcome the hardship.
Thank you so much for coming on and telling us about this.
Thank you.